Gemar Chatima Tova. I see some of you have practiced overnight. I was imagining you in front of the mirror last night going back and saying, Gemar Chatima Tova, Gemar Chatima Tova. Good. May all of us be sealed for goodness in the book of our lives this year. On the way back from services last night, I was driving with my daughter in the car. And you know how I mentioned last night that the day itself holds energies of transformation? Sometimes we hear that and we say, that's a nice thought. It's not a nice thought, first of all. It's a pretty challenging thought if you really think about it. But there's deep, deep truth to that sentence. When we enter in community to create sacred space, surround ourselves with sacred music, connect with sacred words that are all aiming at moving us into a different place, then we run the risk that something might happen. And it might not be at all connected to whatever it is we're reading. It might not be connected to the song. The day itself creates the energies that are making available a different kind of hearing, a different kind of learning, a different kind of understanding. And today, if you stay the day, it might happen to you as we do our Yom Kippur walk. Looking at a tree, looking at a bird. You've looked at 1 billion trees and thousands of birds. But today you're going to look at that and it's going to be, oh, that's it. My daughter had one of those, I call them mystical experiences last night. And so on the way home, we were trying to decipher what happened to her. It was really a powerful moment for a father to share with his daughter, for sure. But then we drove together here this morning. And she had more questions, which I had no answers for. That's not the point. But she was sharing again her glimpse at oneness. And asking me, if that really is the case, then why do we have so many religions that are fighting with each other? So I told her about the analogy of the ocean. You know about the analogy of the ocean. It's actually a teaching that comes from Jewish Buddhist teachers. I think Ram Dass was the first one who mentioned it at some point. The analogy is that the divine, however we understand that to be, is the vast ocean, a vast, infinite ocean. And that all of us are simply waves on that ocean. Each of us leading our wave-like life. And the problem we get into is when I identify with my wave and forget that I'm the ocean. And when I identify with my wave, then I see other waves. And clearly, if those other waves are not going the way my wave is going, they're wrong. They're going the wrong way. The way my wave is going and the waves that I'm a part of the group of waves that I'm identifying with, clearly we are going in one direction. And if your waves are going in another direction, you are going the wrong way. For some of us would be told, you're going to hell, which is a place where waves, I don't know where it is, but waves go to die. I don't know. So I was telling her that there are religious waves as many as there are individual waves. So you have the wave of Judaism and the wave of Islam and the wave of Christianity, the wave of Buddhism, the wave of you name it. But all of them are simply expressions of the one ocean. All of them, like all of us, are all equally wet. There is not one wave that is more wet than any other wave, through and through. So the issue is, what is the purpose of that wave? And to me personally, and I think to mystics all across the denominations and all across the religions, the purpose of the, let's call it the religious wave to which you belong, has to be to remember that you are the ocean. So if your Jewish wave purpose is to remember that you are the ocean, then to me, that is the true purpose of the wave. If the religious wave to which you belong is there to perpetuate its separateness, its betterness, its higherness, its more wetness, then all you're going to multiply is conflict, separation, hatred, war, death. The true purpose of the religious path is ultimately to abandon the religious path and merge into the ocean that we have always ever been. So that's what I want us to do today. I want us to spend this day, we have barely 9 hours left, and that's going to go really fast. I want us to spend the day doing our best to remember that we are the ocean. That everyone sitting in this space is an expression of the infinite ocean, which is where the process of forgiveness comes in, because why would we still hold anger, resentment at any other wave if any other wave is just an expression of the ocean just as much, even though they might have forgotten? And this is where compassion enters into our life. This is where true love and acceptance and understanding comes into our lives.